Barbecue sauce sounds simple. Tomatoes, vinegar, sugar, smoke, spice. But walk down the sauce aisle in an Australian supermarket and you'll notice something strange. Many BBQ sauces aren't actually designed for barbecue at all. They're engineered for shelf life, sweetness, and mass production, not for meat. That's why today I'm breaking down one hugely popular Australian BBQ sauce that isn't really barbecue sauce, and 4 sauces that actually deserve a place on grilled meat. Let's start with the one most Australians probably already have in their fridge. Sweet Baby Ray's is one of the most recognizable barbecue sauces in the world. It's widely imported into Australia and shows up in countless backyard cookouts. People love it because it's thick, rich, glossy, and intensely sweet. But that sweetness reveals the first major clue about how this sauce is built. If you read the ingredient list, you'll notice something immediately. The first ingredients are not tomato, vinegar, or spices. They're sugar sources. High fructose corn syrup and corn syrup appear right at the top of the ingredient list, with tomato paste coming after them. That means sweetness forms the structural foundation of the sauce before the tomato base even begins. Traditional barbecue sauces rarely work like that. Most classic sauces begin with tomato, vinegar, or mustard, then build sweetness gradually through molasses, brown sugar, or honey. Sweet Baby Ray's flips that formula entirely. The result is a sauce that behaves more like a dessert glaze than a barbecue sauce. When brushed onto meat during cooking, that heavy sugar concentration causes several problems. The first issue is burning. Sugar caramelizes quickly under heat, but when there's too much of it, the caramelization turns into scorching. On a hot grill, sauces like this can burn within minutes, creating a sticky, overly dark coating before the meat itself finishes cooking. The second issue is flavor balance. Because the sweetness dominates the ingredient list, it also dominates the taste. The tomato becomes the background flavor, the vinegar becomes almost invisible, the spices struggle to cut through the syrup. Instead of tasting smoke, tang, and savory spice, the palate mostly registers sweetness. That sweetness can overwhelm the flavor of the meat itself. Slow-cooked ribs, smoked brisket, or grilled chicken already develop deep natural flavors through fat rendering, smoke absorption, and caramelization. When an extremely sweet sauce is applied heavily, those flavors disappear under a thick, sugary layer. The third issue is texture. Sweet Baby Ray's is intentionally very thick. That thickness helps it cling to meat in supermarket demonstrations or quick grilling scenarios, but it also creates a coating effect. Instead of lightly glazing the surface of the meat, it blankets it. Many traditional barbecue sauces are thinner or more balanced in texture because they're built from tomato, vinegar, and spices rather than heavy syrup bases. They soak slightly into the bark of smoked meat, mix with rendered fat, and build layers of flavor rather than sitting on top. None of this means Sweet Baby Ray's is bad. It's just built for a different purpose. It's essentially a sweet finishing glaze designed to taste strong in small amounts. But when it comes to real barbecue, sauces built with better balance tend to perform much better. Let's look at one that does exactly that. Rufus Teague represents a very different approach to barbecue sauce design. Instead of building the sauce around syrup, it follows a much more traditional Kansas City structure. Kansas City barbecue sauces are known for balancing 3 core elements: sweetness, acidity, smoke, and spice. Rufus Teague achieves this balance by structuring its ingredient list differently from heavily commercial sauces. The base begins with tomato and vinegar, followed by molasses and brown sugar. Molasses is especially important here. Unlike refined syrup, molasses brings complexity. It contains bitter, smoky, and mineral notes that deepen the flavor of the sauce. That depth prevents the sweetness from becoming overwhelming. As a result, the sauce tastes layered rather than sugary. You get sweetness first, followed by tang from the vinegar, then subtle bitterness and smokiness from the molasses. The spice blend also plays a bigger role than it does in most supermarket sauces. Garlic adds savory depth. Mustard seed introduces gentle sharpness. Paprika and black pepper add warmth. Some versions add extra ingredients like tamarind or fruit acids to deepen the flavor. Together, these ingredients create a sauce that behaves much better during cooking. Because the sweetness is balanced by acidity and spice, it caramelizes more slowly. That means you can brush it onto ribs or chicken during the final stages of cooking without worrying about immediate burning. Instead, the sauce forms a glossy glaze that highlights the bark of the meat rather than hiding it. Another advantage of this balance is versatility. Rufus Teague works well with a variety of meats. On pork ribs, the molasses complements the richness of the pork fat. On brisket, the vinegar cuts through the heaviness of the beef. On grilled chicken, the sweetness helps balance the slightly smoky flavor of charred skin. Instead of overwhelming the meat, it acts as a finishing layer that enhances everything underneath. That's exactly what Kansas City-style sauces were designed to do. Australia does produce some solid barbecue sauces, and Beerenberg is one of the few supermarket brands that approaches barbecue sauce with real ingredients and balanced structure. The company has a long reputation for using simple, recognizable ingredients, and that philosophy carries over into their smoky barbecue sauce. The base begins with tomato, brown sugar, and apple cider vinegar. This immediately creates a more natural balance than sauces dominated by corn syrup. Tomatoes provide body and acidity. Brown sugar provides sweetness with mild caramel notes. Apple cider vinegar introduces brightness and tang. Together, these three ingredients create the backbone of the sauce. From there, the flavor is layered with smoke and spices. The smokiness in Beerenberg sauce is intentionally subtle. Instead of delivering an overpowering smoke flavor, it creates a gentler barbecue aroma. That subtlety actually works in its favor. Many heavily smoked sauces overwhelm lighter meats like chicken or sausages. Beerenberg's milder smoke profile allows the meat itself to remain the star. The spice blend also remains restrained. You'll typically find paprika, garlic, and onion, adding savory depth without dominating the flavor. Because the sauce avoids extreme sweetness or aggressive smoke, it works particularly well for everyday grilling. It pairs naturally with foods Australians cook most often on backyard barbecues. Sausages develop a slightly caramelized glaze when brushed lightly with the sauce. Chicken thighs gain extra sweetness without becoming sticky. Beef burgers gain a mild smoky note that complements grilled onions and cheese. Another advantage of the sauce is its texture. It's thick enough to cling to food, but not so thick that it forms a heavy coating. When applied to meat near the end of cooking, it creates a glossy finish rather than a sugary blanket. For a supermarket sauce produced in Australia, it's one of the more balanced and practical options available. Now we move closer to authentic American pit barbecue. Lillie's Q sauces are designed by competitive pitmasters, and their philosophy reflects traditional barbecue culture rather than supermarket trends. Pitmasters typically design sauces with one key principle in mind. The meat comes first, everything else supports it. Lillie's Q Smoky Barbecue Sauce reflects that philosophy in its ingredient structure. Instead of overwhelming sweetness, the sauce focuses on balance between tomato, vinegar, spice, and smoke. The base begins with tomato and apple cider vinegar. This immediately creates a sharper, tangier profile than most supermarket sauces. That acidity plays an important role when paired with rich, smoked meats. Barbecue cuts like pulled pork, pork shoulder, and beef ribs contain large amounts of rendered fat. Acidic sauces help cut through that richness, preventing the meat from feeling heavy or greasy. Sweetness still exists in the sauce, but it's restrained. Brown sugar provides a gentle sweetness that complements the smoke without dominating the flavor. Spices then add complexity. Black pepper contributes mild heat. Chipotle introduces smoky warmth. Garlic and onion add savory depth. The combination produces a sauce that tastes bold but balanced. Another advantage of Lillie's Q sauces is their thinner consistency. Pit-style sauces are often thinner than supermarket sauces for a reason. They're designed to interact with smoked meat rather than coat it. When brushed lightly over pulled pork or smoked chicken, the sauce seeps into the bark and mixes with rendered fat and smoke particles. This creates a deeper integration of flavors. Instead of tasting sauce sitting on top of meat, you taste sauce and meat blending together. Because the sauce isn't overloaded with sugar, it also handles heat better. It can be applied during the last stages of smoking or grilling without quickly burning. This makes it especially useful for long cooking sessions where sauces need to build gradually. For pitmasters and serious barbecue enthusiasts, This type of sauce structure is much closer to traditional barbecue culture than most supermarket offerings. Finally, we reach one of the most respected barbecue sauces ever produced, Stubbs Original. This sauce comes from Texas barbecue culture, where sauce has historically played a much smaller role than in Kansas City or Memphis. Texas barbecue focuses heavily on meat, smoke, and seasoning rubs. Sauce exists mainly as an optional complement rather than a dominant flavor. Stubbs reflects that tradition perfectly. The ingredient list is surprisingly simple: tomato, vinegar, brown sugar, black pepper, garlic. This simplicity creates a sauce that feels closer to a seasoning extension than a sugary glaze. The vinegar gives it a sharp tang that cuts through fatty cuts like brisket. The tomato provides body and mild sweetness. The brown sugar adds just enough caramelization potential without overwhelming the flavor. The black pepper adds subtle heat that echoes the spice rubs used on Texas barbecue. When brushed onto grilled or smoked meat, the sauce behaves differently from syrup-heavy sauces. Instead of forming a sticky layer, it integrates with the existing bark and seasoning. On brisket, it highlights the peppery crust. On smoked chicken, it adds tang without masking the smoke. On grilled steaks, it provides mild sweetness that complements charred meat. Because the sugar level remains moderate, it also handles heat extremely well. You can brush it onto meat during grilling without instantly burning the surface. This makes it especially useful for backyard cooks who want sauce flavor without the risk of scorching. That's why Stubbs has remained popular among barbecue enthusiasts for decades. It respects the meat rather than competing with it. Once you start paying attention to ingredients, the difference becomes obvious. Industrial sauces focus on heavy sugar, artificial smoke, thick syrup texture. Authentic barbecue sauces focus on balance: tomato, vinegar, spice, moderate sweetness. One coats meat, the other complements it. And once you taste the difference on real barbecue, it's hard to go back. If you're grilling this weekend, take a quick look at the ingredient list on your BBQ sauce. If sugar shows up 3 times before tomato, you might not actually be using barbecue sauce. You might be using dessert. And if you want more breakdowns like this where I look at the food products people love and the ones that actually deserve their reputation, make sure to subscribe, because the next one might surprise you.